Hello. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good night and they have a great weekend. I'll wait for a few more people to come in. I don't have, let me see. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come in. It's just a quick check in, see how everybody's doing tonight, what everybody have going on, and how was their week. I can't see anybody yet, but I hope everybody had a great week this week. I know the weather's starting to change, so actually, fall is my favorite time of the year. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. So type if you here in the chat, say here. I'm trying to wait till a few more people came in. Um, excuse me. So this was just a check in with everybody tonight, talk about a few things, see how everyone was doing. If you can hear me and you're in the chat, say something and I'll get started. But my week was okay. I've been working quite a lot lately, and me and my homegirl, we was coming up with a couple things, and we were gonna share those with you guys as well. Did you guys check out my Jaguar right video? Anybody? I don't see any comments yet in the chat. I don't know if these are my people or not my people. No one's saying anything. But I'll get started. So I was just checking in with everyone to see how everyone week was. What did they have going on for Friday? Did anyone cook? What did they cook? And does anyone have anything exciting going on for the weekend or next week? And would you like to share? And I also was going to discuss one of my lives in regards to when is it time to date? When is it safe to date? You've been in a long term relationship or a divorce and it recently ended and you're a single mom, you see people that you're attracted to or people ask you out and you either have small children or you have teenagers. That's different and that can be very tricky because little kids don't understand. So that's one of the things that you will want to give time before you put them in those type of situations. You always got to let that time span take its place because if you rush something too fast, kids don't understand. They can't process that mommy's moving on this quick, another guy's coming over. You don't want to mess those kids up. So you definitely want to give that some time. No one has said anything in this chat. I don't know if they're my people. Um, I don't think they are. I think I'll use the word op. because no one is typing, but hello to you too. I'm speaking on for those who's just coming in here. I was asking about everyone's week as well as their weekend. Do they have any exciting plans going on? Do they have anything they wanted to discuss? What they cook for dinner tonight? I had some chicken tenders. Shout out to Cece, that is on the Sierra, and some French fries from this chicken place here, and the cherry Pepsi and the water. Um, if no one's going to say anything in the comment section, I really don't know like why you're here or should I keep talking. Hey sis, hey Ashley T, how are you tonight? I'm good, beautiful. See, that's what I'm saying. You active in the comment section. One of my people. I'm good, sis. How are you? How was your week? Did you have a good weekday? We definitely, you guys, have to recharge ourselves over the weekend. If you're a Monday through Friday worker, when the weekend comes, whether you're taking a nap, you got to charge your battery. And most importantly, you got to set time aside for you. I call it some you time. That's what you call it. If you're a person that's always taking care of everyone, whether you're a single parent or you're in a relationship, you are the main caregiver. And I'm not saying provider, but you're the main person that does the laundry, does the cooking, and you work a full-time job as well, and you're the ones who take care of the kids, get them to school, then you need to have some you time for yourself as well. You need to put some time aside to do something you like to do. Take a day off from everyone in the house. Say, this is about me today. You're going to have to do it for yourself. You have to do that because if you don't take time to yourself, you are draining you. And you can't be the best you for anyone if you're not taking care of you. You have to take care of yourself. You know, I'm in New Orleans today. Woo! I'm visiting my hometown. I'll be back in Houston, Texas, Monday, love. My dad used to stay in Sugarland in Houston, Texas. You in New Orleans. I wish I was down there for you, get some of that good seafood. Man, I'm going to try to go back for Mardi Gras in February. All my people are still down there. Anyone else in the comment section? She's in New Orleans. She's visiting. It's so beautiful there. Anybody in the comment section, have you ever been to New Orleans? Girl, yeah, I know. Yes. Um, so like I was saying, sis, we all take care of everyone else. We all have a role in the household or in the relationship. So you have to always take that time for you, or you will overwhelm yourself. And sometimes people don't realize that when they're going, going, going. But one day you might just snap out and you don't know why. But that's because you're draining you. You're taking care of everybody else and you're not giving your battery a recharge. I'm one of those people that I just do things without thinking about it. And I look up and I done took care of everything around me. And then it doesn't catch up to me until I'm going in like nonstop every day. And then one day I'm just like, oh, I need a break. And then you might lash out on the people around you and they're like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, why can't you pack your own bag to go away for the weekend? And they're like, you normally pack it. What's the problem? And I do stuff like that too. I have an only child, so he's 15. So sometimes I can find myself just doing things, making it easy for him. But sometimes as a parent, we can make it too easy for them to where we're disabling them. So I will say this, the older your kids get, the more you need to allow them to be independent and you need to help them and coach them to be able to do things on their own because they're going to be alone one day. And you don't want them to depend on a man or a woman to help them with the basic needs. So that's the thing I'm working on and I'm guilty of as a mom. And it's hard, especially when it's one and you just loving on them all day. I would love to meet you, Ashley. Oh, I would love to when I get my positive energy in my new group of subscribers here. I know they're going to be open-minded people like you, and I'm looking forward to meeting them. Sometimes God takes away the low vibrational energy and He places it back with light. So when I get some more people in here and we start building this channel and doing all the things that I envision that are going to happen, then you definitely will meet me. I definitely will have a meet and greet with everyone. So best believe that. And that is my word, and I'm sticking to it. You are so right because that's when you find yourself very drained when you are trying to do and help others, people. Absolutely, sis. Even people you know, and you nonstop think about this. If you taking care of your household, right, and you have that one friend that always call you, that need a ride, that need to go to the laundromat, that need to go to Family Dollar, wherever they need to go. They don't have transportation. So not only you holding it down for your house, but you taking your friend where they need to go to. You kind of holding it down for her. And that's your friend, but it can be draining. And you don't think twice about it because you're being a good, loyal friend. But that's something we all need to work on, you guys. When is enough enough? Like, how much can you do for someone to where you say, okay, I'm going to draw the line. I'm going to tell you my answer and how I deal with things now that I'm older. I speak up. If I'm helping someone with a car situation, some type of transportation, I know it's going to take time to get them. Before I give them my assistance, and say, for example, if we work together, I'm going to see if they're a reliable person. Are they going to work? Are they going to save money? What is their plan as far as transportation? If you're working on getting transportation, if your car is in the shop, I can work with you. I can spare a month or two. That's being a good person. Because when someone starts working, they need time. You have to save money for the check, for the down deposit. Or even some places don't let you just go get a car when you just started a job. So you have to have them months in. So I'm understanding of that. If it's someone that spends their money and they're not saving it, they trying to dress flashy, they throwing it down the drain, then I don't think I can give you a ride. Because one thing about me, Ashley D, you guys, I love to protect my energy. And the older I've gotten, the more I'm okay with being alone. I'd rather be alone and sit with my AC and watch something funny or be around people that's entertaining. But a majority of the time, I'm content with being alone because I love my energy and what I pour into myself. And so that's why I hope everyone out there as well pour into yourself, recharge yourself so you can remain happy and humble. Because if no one's pouring into your cup and you're pouring into everyone else's cup, eventually your cup is going to run out and you're not going to have anything left for you. That is so true, Ashley. Absolutely. And you're the only one answering me, and I'm okay with that, having a conversation with you. I guess we have, what do you call them? I don't even want to use the word trolls. I feel like that's kind of mean, but you're the only one responding. That's why I'm saying that. But you have to make sure you have some you time for you. You have to put your foot down, stay consistent, and even with your kids. If you don't provide structure with your kids, if you don't set boundaries and rules, and you're trying to become their friend more than their parent, you have to take a step back and realize that you're raising someone that will not respect authority because they don't have to respect you. You don't instill that in them. You don't let them know I can be a friend sometime, but I'm your parent first. If you don't do that with your kids, then they're not going to respect anyone else, because the main person they're supposed to respect, it starts at home. So that's one thing about raising kids, that a lot of people nowadays, I see them becoming friends with their kids, going to the club with their kids swearing around them, and I just think that this new generation of parents, it's mind boggling. But some of them don't learn to the end, unfortunately. I know a lot of parents that allow their kids to be out late, and their kid is only in the ninth grade. And then when their kids are dropping out of school or skipping, it's like, well, it's the weekend or it's the weekday, and it's 11:30, and you say you don't know where your son is. Don't you think you should call his phone and tell him come home? And it's not being judgmental. If you have a friend that you genuinely care about, and she just don't know, or she's open to listening to you, then it's okay for you to be honest with someone that you care about. That's what's wrong with the world nowadays. You have to be honest with people. If that's your heart, if they understand you and you guys are on that level, everyone should be able to communicate and accept constructive criticism. It's a difference. It's a difference between constructive criticism. That means I'm telling you something that could possibly help you. Don't take offense to it. That's my main thing when I say constructive criticism. It's coming from a place of love and care. People get upset about constructive criticism. They don't know how to take that in. Actually, I think that you are younger than me, but you talk with a lot of older sis. Thank you, baby. I'm 39. I'll be 40, you guys. But I'll be 37, so we'll just say that in November. And I appreciate that, sweetheart. Good evening, Ashley D. Hey, Miss Lynn. Good evening, Sunshine. How are you? What time is it where you guys at? It is 11:19 where I'm at. What? You six? No, you not. Girl, you look so young. You go, girl. 62? Wow. 10:19. I figure you were an hour behind. Yep. Well, you look great. Hey, Miss Linda, we were just talking about setting boundaries for kids and things like that. I'm pretty. That's what time it is here. Huh? Okay. All right. I understand. I guess. But now, it's another thing that I wanted to discuss when it comes to kids, because sometimes I may come off where I'm seeming to be aggressive, or I might be a little outspoken, but things, when I'm caring and it's in a constructive way, it's coming from a loving place. It's coming from a place of care and concern. So sometimes I'll be like, don't do that to these kids, or don't do that. But that's me just expressing how I feel. So sometimes I'm guilty of saying things that might come out wrong, but it's not my intention. And even sometimes, you guys, in text messages, if you think that one of your friends is saying something and it's coming out weird, I think a long time ago, another content creator told me about that. But you need to go back and check with them or make a phone call just to reassure that conversation. Because if you're feeling weird about something, or you think that you're misunderstanding, all it takes is a conversation. Because you never want someone you're cool with to misunderstand something you're saying over a text. Because sometimes text can come out completely wrong than what you're trying to say. So that's just a fun fact everybody should know. Welcome, Miss Ashley Channel. I love her. Aw, I love you too, sweetheart. I really do. You've been here from day one. Rachel Jones, hey, Ashley, I love you, girl. And I love you back. I love you back. So, do you guys have anything you want to ask Ashley D tonight? You have any topics you want to talk about? I am open. Any questions? I got you. I will give advice, whatever you need. Anything. Lay it on me. I'm 39. I was born in November. November baby. But I'll be 37, don't forget. So when I turn 40, say 37. Does anyone have any special plans going on for the weekend? I kind of did like a fall clean with my house, and I'm gonna bring some sweaters up here now. Um, how do you feel being alone? Can I be honest? I feel good. I don't like disconnection or confrontation. Sometimes at your age and a point in time in your life, you just want peace. And to be honest, I do. I really do, you guys. I just want to be a content creator, make a difference in the world, make my mark, motivate, help, encourage, inspire. That is my goal. So when confrontation happens and things like that, I really don't like it. I'm 39 years old and I have a 15-year-old son. So for him to hear me in the room going off, and my household is not like that. You'll hear quietness through the whole house. It's peace. And I love peace. So being alone, and sometimes, everybody that comes in our life, they're not going to always be there. Maybe in that moment, they're part of that journey. Take what you can from that experience, you learn, and you keep going. That's how I look at things now. I look at it from a different perspective. Whether you leave off with that person on a good note or a bad note, take that situation and evaluate it and realize what you learned from it in that moment. What was it about that situation that, for that experience, that you were supposed to learn? Because we're in people's lives for a reason, you guys. No one is going to be here forever most of the time. Sometimes we all come in contact for that moment, for that lesson. Sometimes it's a good lesson, sometimes it's a bad lesson, or sometimes it's just a freaking learning lesson. But that's life, you guys. So take it with a with a grain of salt, and keep going. But I'm okay with being alone. When my sister left, I was alone, point blank, period. So Ashley D came on here alone. To be honest, I've never been clicked up until the Latrouf situation. And like I said, everything is just a learning lesson. You just learn from that experience and you keep going. Life is too short. I love to protect my energy. I love to make people happy. I'm a positive person most of the time. So, you just learn from things and you keep going. And it's growth to me. My sister is celebrating her 48th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Ooh. So you got your dress? You excited about it? Are they going to do something? They're going to have a reception after, Miss Lynn? That's what's up. Rachel McLean, my baby boy, will be 19 on 10/19. I'm 51. You ladies look good in here tonight. Hey, you guys look really amazing for your age. And you have a 19-year-old. That's funny. Inspiration, my boys are 33. Wow. And you guys make me feel young. And I know I'm not young. But you guys don't act or carry yourself, you know, like you're an older person. And I'm not saying you old. I'm just saying you're seasoned. I like that word. I have two daughters, 41 and 37. Excuse me. Two granddaughters, 19 and 17. Man, you guys have grandkids and you guys don't look like it. My boy, 10, 16, and I'm 62. Look at y'all. Look at my people. So you going to a wedding this weekend? Are you excited about it? And yes, I have my dress. Ooh, okay. Oh, you look great. Stress free is the yes. That's see, Rachel. That's what I'm saying. And I'll be honest. I'm the type of person. Life's too short. Like I always say. When I say that, I mean that from the heart. You take those lessons and you move on, and you don't hold it onto it. God wants us to forgive and sometimes forget. And forget means if you have to forget a person and keep going forward, then you do. But you don't have to hate them. I'm not going to miss my place in paradise over hating somebody that was just for a season or a reason or a lesson. So I would encourage anyone out there that feels like they're going through something, whether it's depression, whether it's grief, or some similar situation, that's unfolding online a little bit, just stay encouraged and keep going. At the end of the day, you are in control of your energy and your destiny. So with that in mind, you protect your energy and as well as your peace. So long as you're in control of that, nothing can interfere with that. When you get out of work, don't bring your work home unless it's something you have to. But when you get off from work or YouTube or whatever takes part of your energy, make sure you detach from that for a while so you have some reality time. And with reality time is your time because whatever you take in, if you're watching TV 5 hours a day, if you're on the YouTube, say five, maybe seven, however long, and you're listening to music, all those things are energy suckers. They are draining your energy, and whatever you are pouring into you, that's becoming a part of you. So that's why it's so important to watch what you allow into your space, what energy you're sharing with. Energy matches energy. And sometimes if you are in a negative place, you'll attract that negativity to you. If you're in a positive place, you'll attract positive people, positive things. They're like, oh, she's so happy. She's always smiling. And those are the kind of people that want to talk to you. They feel like you're uplifting. And when you're down, those people can be there for you as well. And a lot of you like that are like that in my comment section. And I appreciate that from you guys. If I'm having a bad day, you guys be right there. I'm so proud to be my age, and I thank God every day because some people don't make it to my age. Yep, very good. They don't. So we always should be grateful for where we are in life and what we go through and what we've experienced. You have experienced these things for a reason. Even if you haven't figured it out yet at the age we are, just know you are going through everything in this moment for a reason. So digest it, take it in, and ask yourself this question. At this moment that I'm going through this, what is it that I need to know? What lesson is it in this moment that I should be taking in? A lot of times, you guys, that's what goes on, and we don't realize that because we're so caught up in people, places, and things, all the things around us. And when something happens, we're mad, we're upset, and we're in our lower self. So we're not trying to figure out how did we get here. We're just in that moment. So when you're in that moment, and once you calm down, ask yourself, what is it that I need to learn from this experience? I'm telling you, when you do that, you'll make peace about a lot of situations, and a lot of things will be clear to you more. They'll come more clear to you, and you'll get a lot of clarity. It's not a wedding. It's I know, my bad. It's their anniversary. They're celebrating. How many years? I don't think you told us, Miss Lynn. You know what? The only drama I had was when I opened up and let my guard down. I choose to be alone, and life is so much better. And I would say this to you, Rachel Jones, absolutely. I don't want you to not be who you are because some of us out here, we are nurturers, and we're put here for that reason. And God made your heart the way it is for a reason. It's a lot of people that you may feel like don't deserve that from you, and they probably don't. But it's a lot of people out here that need you to pour into them because they don't have that. So continue to keep your heart, but at the same time, like you said, protect your peace. Just because people have big hearts too, that don't mean they don't feel pain. They don't mean just because they smile, there's nothing behind that. Sometimes the people that jokes the most, people that make others laugh or have the brightest smiles, they're the ones in the most pain. They said a lot of comedians hide so much pain behind it. That's where their jokes come from. So you just never know what a person is going through. So at our age, I would say absolutely, keep your guard up with certain people. Because nowadays, even coworkers and things like that, people are energy drainers. They can become vampires. Coworkers will say, "Oh, this and that. You're so cool. Can I have lunch with you? Get to know you, this and that." And the next thing you know, they gossiping around you at work, and you're like, "What's going on?" They done set up and told a bald-faced story on you, and you were being nice to them. You probably even gave them a ride. So you know who to be around. You know who to allow in your space, and you know who to share things with. And like you said, Rachel, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to protect your space and your energy. There's nothing wrong with being alone. You're alone for right now. And sometimes God wants us to sit still, be alone, recharge, figure out things for ourselves before we jump into something else. It's a season for all of us. You'll go through a season where you feel alone. You'll go through a spiritual warfare. You'll go through heartache. You'll go through highs. You'll go through lows. You're going to go through all these things. And all these things will make you or break you. And it's going to shape and mold who you become. And even at the age of 50 and 60, some of us never reach our purpose or destiny quite yet. You might reach it at 69, but as long as you're going and you're on the right path, it's never too late for that. So I don't think age matters when it comes to fulfilling your purpose. As long as you keep going, I think we're all here for a reason, and we have to figure out what that reason is. And sometimes being alone helps you act. Helps you be able to understand, helps your mind think clear. When you're alone, that's the best time where the ideas come from. That's the best time to think. Sorry, I'm missing the comments, you guys. I'll stop talking. That's true, Ashley. Yep. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. The men these days ain't work. Girl, whew. And that's unfortunate. I would say the same. I will agree with you on that. The men these days are absolutely a majority, 99.9% are disgusting. And the sad part is they're that way because we're older and we put our foot down. We're not going to put up with this and that. So when they get with these young girls, all they have to do is throw them a little couple bucks or do something for them. And these young girls don't know how to be women. And the sad part is their mothers are raising them, like I just talked about, to become their best friends instead of their mothers. And some women, as crazy as this sounds, but they compete with their daughters. There's a lot of mothers out here that are jealous of their daughters. And that is sad. That's very, very sad. So a lot of girls out here, they're half raised, they're half misguided, they're not seeking that attention or that validation from their parent, and that's where it starts first with a child. So if I'm not seeking love and validation from at home, then I'm going to seek that love and that validation from someone else. And if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to be able to decipher whether this is real or not, because the first person that shows me a little love and a little attention, then that's where all my energy is going to go, and I'm going to pour that off into this person. That's how young people think. And that's why it's important to love and nurture, protect, teach, and help your kids understand the lessons of life. So when they're old enough, they can use those tools. When you're going through something, and even myself, when I go through something, I talk to my son about it in that moment. And it's not an adult conversation. If it's something he sees on my face or he hears about it. Because kids are not as naive as everyone thinks they are. They may not say anything to you about it, but they know what's going on. They know when your temperament is up. They know when your mood is off. Our kids know us better than we think. So it's important when you're going through that lesson, you teach your kid what you're learning in that moment so they can learn from that experience with you. And most importantly, they see how you handled that situation and how you come out of it. So when they're going through something in life that's very stressful, that's very demanding, that puts them under pressure, they will see that my mom or my father went through the worst thing and I witnessed that. And they did not fold, and in the end, they came out on top. So that's why it's important that you teach your kids the lessons in life as you go through them. Exactly. They are so immature. Yes, they are. Yes, that's so sad, Ashley. It's so good to keep your children updated on sudden stuff. Absolutely. The thing is with our children, okay, they're learning not only just from us and what we're doing around them, but they have their own experiences that they're not telling us about. So it's important that you teach your kids certain things. Don't just put it off or expect them to figure it out. Because nowadays they have access to a phone. They have access to so many different devices. And if you're not telling them, they're going to go on the phone and figure it out. They're going to ask Johnny next door, or that topic might be brought up. So you never know. And I want to share something with you guys that I did, to help my son out and things like that. But I'll save that for another day. I feel like it was pretty cool. But to all the single mothers out there or the harder working women that work a lot and, you're doing it for your kids or you're doing it for yourself, your kids are older, I say stay encouraged. I say self-love yourself. That means spend time with yourself, get to know yourself, and don't let validation from a man or anyone define who you are. Do not seek validation from anyone. I don't care about what a person thinks. I can take constructive criticism. The only thing that bothers me, and I'll be honest sometimes, is if my character is defamed. And sometimes, even in that situation, if you ever come into something like that, you just gotta let it go still. You explain who you are, and sometimes, the situation is too hostile or it seems as though it's not coming out right or no one's listening, and just keep moving. If you know in your heart who you are and you feel like it's not coming, it's not registering, then just keep going. Life is too short. We have to keep pushing and make the best of our situations and what's going on in that moment. So, like I said, it's a teaching experience. Everything we learn from it. You learn and you keep going. Never let something keep you down for too long. Now, some things in life you can't help but be hurt in that moment. Sometimes grief is unexpected. Sometimes the loss of a job or a relationship with your partner is no longer working, so you guys have to go your own separate ways. So when these things occur, sometimes they will knock you on your feet. They will knock you off your square. And you will feel hurt. You will feel confused. You also might even feel alone in that moment. But that's normal. Once you get a hold of yourself and let it register, then that's when you can go forward and say, okay, what was this that I needed to learn from this situation? What did I get from it? When you figure out who you are and you remain that way and you're working on self, a lot of things won't bother you as bad, you guys. I think that's what we all need to do. When you work and you reflect on self, nothing can get inside of there to take your energy or say this and that. You're like, whatever, I know who I am. A lot of us are guilty of that, you know. Some things we let things bother us because that's not true or you're hurt. But you cannot allow your emotions to control your actions. You are in control of your actions and your emotions at all times, and you must remember that. And the older we are, the more laid back we should be, the more reserved we should be, and protective of our energy. Like when we were young, we got into different situations, and we should have learned from those. The older we are now, the more we should seek peace. We should seek less chaos, and we should want, a lot of us probably don't. I don't have big crowds of friends. I have certain people that I grew up with, and a couple of family members that I'm tight with, as well as my sister friends. But I don't see them every day. But we catch up, we talk, text. Life is life. But those conversations and those people I value. And when I do see them, we have great times together. But life is life. Everybody has their own separate life. And these parents nowadays want to be their kids' friends. Yep. So the kids learn from social. Absolutely. And that is why it's so important. Like I just said, excuse me, you teach your kids. You do not want social media to teach your kids. You do not want certain influencers, certain rappers, or Johnny or Chris or whoever teaching your kids. You have to kind of have that open door policy to where they feel comfortable enough to talk to you, but at the same time, they respect you, if that makes sense. I'm a cool mom, but when it comes to school and certain things like that, I'm serious. But when it comes to certain, like a game or something he wants or something he wants to do, I'll be more lenient and I'll give him a little pass or allow him to get something extra. If you have a good kid, you know, you should be proud of yourself. I don't want to say just if you have a good kid, be proud just about that. No, you should always pour into your kids and love on to them and nurture them. But I'm saying if your kid is on the right track and they're doing things around the house, they're listening to you, they're doing okay in school, it's okay to pour into those kids. And material things are nice for them, but a kid will want love and affection and attention more than anything first. So I understand that. So make sure you are giving your kids love and attention first because all the money in the world, all the gifts in the world, that doesn't mean anything to them at the end of the day if they're not receiving that nurturing love from their parents. So true, Miss Lynn. Yep. So true, Miss Ashley. Yep. I only have my daughter and she's 43 years old. Wow. So you only have one child as well? That's cool. I can't believe you're 60 something. That's what's up. You look great. Both of you do. Wow, you look good to have a 43-year-old daughter. Exactly. I'm a grandmother of six grandboys. Wow. That is awesome, you guys. Oh, wow. They say black don't crack. It doesn't. It absolutely does not. You guys look great. Boy and girl. Thank you, Ashley. You're welcome, sweetheart. That's why I mean, when I say self care love, like you ladies, you look good. If you don't love and nurture yourself, when you don't spend time alone from everything else, from helping everyone else, from taking care of everyone else's needs and making sure they're okay, you don't attach from that, you're not going to look the way you ladies look. You're going to look stressed. You're going to age early. All those things are going to hit you because you're not taking care of you. You're pouring into everyone else's cup, and yours is going to be empty if you're giving it away and it's not getting poured back into. I just wanted to trying to check real quick. Is there anything else you ladies have anything in mind you want to say or you want to ask me? I wanted to come on here and touch bases with you guys tonight. It's been a while. Did you guys catch Mr. Kevin's live? I was over there for a while too. I like his video that he put out. I shared it. It was a positive video and it that message resonated with me. Make sure you check it out on my community. Yep, exactly, Miss Lynn. You can tell when you see people who's taking care of themselves and who's nurtured themselves, who spent time alone. And a person that spent time alone and a person that knows their self, they're not so quick to react. And sometimes I'm guilty of that because I feel like sometimes and I'll say anyone, I'll just use someone else for example. When you experience and you go through different things in life, those things are supposed to make you stronger. They're learning lessons. You're supposed to carry those things as tools. As you put them in your backpack, I learned this, I learned that. So next time this happens, I won't do this or I won't do that. But people that haven't allowed themselves to learn, people that don't allow themselves to take constructive criticism from others. Because think about it, the people that love you, they're going to pour into you and they're going to be honest with you. So if someone's being honest with you about something and they love you, take that in. Take that positive, loving, constructive criticism. Don't look at it as though this person is bashing you because that answer that they're giving you could be very helpful. And the other people that are around you, they may not tell you that's how they feel. But that person that loves you, they're stepping up and they're telling you that, maybe you should listen. Ask them why. Because it's good to get advice from people that don't know us sometimes or people that we're close to. It could be either or. Because sometimes we may think that everything's cool, we're doing the right thing, or we're not offending someone, and we are. So you have to be able, as an adult, to take constructive criticism. I said criticism, constructive criticism. I'm glad you came on, Ashley. I was feeling a little down. The anniversary of my mother's death is coming on the 26th. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Well, I will be on live that day, and we're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a game day. We're gonna do something uplifting that day. How does that sound, Miss Lynn? On the 26th, we'll laugh that day, and we can share positive memories about your mom. And I'll share some things with you that might be helpful as far as energy and knowing that they're still here with us in the second round, without a shadow of a doubt, without any hesitation. I know your mom energy is still with you. And a lot of people don't know that because they don't think like that. They don't think about the afterlife. But if you believe in those things, you'll start to see different signs from your loved ones. They're trying to show you they're with you. So on that day, in honor of your mom, I think we should go live. We should have fun that day. We should laugh. We should joke. Maybe play a game. I think, we'll keep you going just to get your mind off of stuff. I don't want you to be sad on that day. I want to make you happy, and I think everyone in the chat will be down for it. Hey, Ashley. Hello, everyone. Hey, Jeannie Robinson. I want to tell you something, Jeannie. You are a very wise woman. You are very smart. You tell it like it is. You gave me some good advice. You observe everything. Like, you be spot on. And I want to thank you for that. I like when my older sisters come in the chat and they give me some knowledge. Even people that you least expect, when they see things for what they are and they talk to you, that's out of respect. And it's coming from a good place. That means a lot to me. When you guys leave a comment and sometimes I can't comment back, which now I probably can. I done lost a lot of people. Well, I don't want to say I lost. I'll find another word for that. I'll look at it as though I lost a lot of heavyweights. That's what I'll say. I had a backpack full of weights and I lost them, and that's a good thing. So I'm not tripping on that. But Jeannie, I wanted to thank you for your wise words, sweetheart. You are a very caring person, and that means a lot. All of you guys are. Oh, I know how you feel about your mother. So sorry to hear that about your mother. So, do you guys want to speak on grief that day, or would you guys like to do something that's positive and uplifting? I can come up with something if you guys like. Let me know what you want to do. Thank you, Ashley. You are so welcome, sweetheart. You are so welcome. All you ladies, I always see you guys. You guys are so nice and very supportive. And this right here, I didn't lose anything. If anything, it gave me more attention to focus on the people that matter. And I appreciate that. And this is a learning lesson that I want to share with you guys, okay? Sometimes you may think you've lost something. Even, let me use a relationship for an example. You may feel like my relationship came to an end. I was with this person all this time. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to be stuck paying this bill or whatever the case is. You're going to be alone and you're scared. You've been with this person for a while and that was your worst fear, to be alone and start all over again. Trust me, it will work its way out. The universe will allow it to. You just have to allow it to and go with the flow. Everything is going to work out. You have to keep reassuring yourself that, and you have to go with it. You can't fight against it. You can't fight against what's supposed to happen. When you battle against what's supposed to happen, that's when all that negative energy comes. That's when things are out of order. That's when things become chaotic. So you have to just go with the flow. Let the universe take its course. You are so welcome, Miss Lynn. Thank you. I appreciate that and what you do as well. Thank you. I love what I do to you guys. Well, I want to say to you guys what I do, and you guys let me know that. This is my escape, and it allows me to pour in, and you guys pour back into me as well. So it's equal. When you guys comment back and you say things, you're pouring into my cup. So it's not just, I feel like you guys are taking from me. No, it's an equal exchange. And that's what I want on my channel. I want positive, uplifting people. And I think the universe put who needs to be here, here. So the people that are going to come, they're going to be on the same vibrational level as us, the same kind of energy. And I'm grateful for that, and I'm open to that, and I'm willing to accept things for the way they are, and I'm okay. And I just want anybody that's experienced something tragic or something that's out of their control, you just have to accept it and move forward, you guys. You have to accept things that you can't change. You have to accept things that the universe does not agree with. OMG, it's hot that I'm about to deal with. Come December, my dad died December 1998, and my grandmother was killed December 20th. Wow. My dad and mom, I hate this. Wow. Oh boy. Um, I want to say this too. Who's going to sleep? I'm gonna say good night because I have a funeral in the morning. Good night. We love you. You have a good night. Thanks for coming over and chatting with us, sweetheart. I appreciate you and all your support, and my prayers are with you for you and your family tomorrow. Stay strong, sister. And if you need us, we'll be here. Get some rest. Thank you for coming and chatting with us. Um, I'm gonna come back to you, Miss Lynn. I don't want to rush through that. I'm gonna say something to you about that, but I want to jump here. Hello, Ashley. I refuse to pick sides. All I know is I love watching and listening to your videos. Aw, can I say something? And this is genuine, you guys. And you can ask yourself this question. Everybody been saying sides, 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 right? But think about this. In every one of my videos, Ashley D said, support all of us. Don't choose sides. Have I ever said choose a side to you guys? I may have explained my side, but I never said choose a side. I said support all sides. Even in the midst of a messy dispute, I say continue to support both. Don't choose. I don't want still in this moment, you guys. I don't want you to choose. We may all speak on the same story, but guess what? We all have different personalities. We all bring a different spark, a different edge. We speak on it differently. All of us have something different and creative to bring to the table. I like Deanna Craft. I watch her. Harmony Speaks, Lupac, all of them. Kevin, everybody has something unique about them. That and Light Goddess TV. She's a new one, but she's dope. She is dope. She's gonna be good. You guys need to know all these people, as well as myself. Everybody brings something different and creative. So I never want you guys to feel like you have to choose a side, even when stuff is going on with me. And sometimes I get a little feisty or I react the way that I don't want to act in front of you guys. I don't want to be that way in front of you. I'm a content creator. I shouldn't be confrontational. I shouldn't have outbursts or beef online like that. And I truly, genuinely apologize to you guys about that. I don't want to go there anymore and put you guys in a situation of saying Ashley D like that because my real life is not like that. That's not who I am. So I sincerely apologize about that going forward. And just know you don't have to choose a side over here, sweetie. You're free to like everyone. I'm not trying to talk you out of liking anybody. I was upset about a certain situation that I did not agree about. And in that moment, I might have said something like that. But that's the only time you've ever heard Ashley D say that. I've always said support everyone, and I'm still standing on that. So, baby, don't feel that way. And I appreciate you loving my videos, and I love you too. Thank you for your support, sweetheart. See, that's what's up. See, you guys be making me happy when you say that. I really appreciate that. I have some true ones out here. Hey, hey, Miss Lady. Hope you are doing better than yesterday. Laugh out loud. I still rock with you. Aw. Right back at you. Yeah, I'm doing good today, I promise. Sometimes we have to recharge and like I said, just take some time to yourself, reflect and ask yourself what is the universe trying to teach you in that moment? What is your valuable lesson? Everything you're going through out there is a lesson. You have to take that in and learn from it. Everybody in our life are not meant to be there forever. They're meant to teach you what it is you need to know for that moment. It can be a lesson or a blessing. You have to be the one to decipher between the two. And I appreciate that. And I'm doing way better today. Thank you, Luke the Book, Miss Lynn. You, Miss Lynn, I wanted to say this too. December is a hard month for my family as well. I, well, I'm gonna speak out about it. My mom, during Christmas time, she always decorated the house fancy. The whole month of December was always special, from watching Christmas movies to doing certain things to prep for Christmas around the house. And Christmas growing up was amazing. She made that so special. She went out of her way to even have us believe Santa Claus for so many years, to the point of she had to tell us he was fake because we're getting ready to cross over to middle school. Kids was going to be laughing at us. But my point of that is saying my mom made my childhood magical like that. And I shared those moments with my sister. So when Christmas times come around for us, my sister was a little version of my mom. She was married and she made Christmas magical too with us and at her house with her husband. So when December rolls around, the one holiday I love the most, I dread it coming. I don't want to put a tree up. I don't want to do certain things. I don't want to watch the movies we used to watch. But I have to fight through that. The selfish side of me does not want to care. The fighter in me, the mother in me, the woman in me knows that no matter what, I have to continue to go forward because that's what she will want. So I'm gonna tell you this, and you can check at Big Lots, Miss Linda. They have angel trees. What made me get through this year with my sister, my coworker showed me this tree she had in honor of her mother. Oh, I should have told Beyond the Craft about it. The tree is at Big Lots, you guys, and they have different ones. And when I put that tree up, as well as a regular tree for my son, because that tree's girly, that was my sister. That was representation of her. So I put that tree up, and my mom was about to cry when she came home. It made her feel so good. So I would suggest for anyone that's grieving, that's lost a loved one, and it still bothers you during the holidays, especially Christmas, do something extra to go out of your way and honor them. So it'll make things easier for you to celebrate that holiday as well as celebrating the memories of them, remembering them, those moments. So Big Lots have angel trees, you guys. Go out there and look, and they're nice, and they have a different variety of them. So I hope that works for you, Miss Linda. And maybe in that month of December, we'll try to keep in touch and, you know, call the check-in this week, a Monday check-in or a Wednesday check-in. But that'll be what it's called. Ashley D said it first. You heard it from here. Check-in. I don't want to stroll too fast. We all do it and say things we regret. We love you too, sweetheart. We all do and say things we regret. It's a part of life as an adult. And I missed one of them. It's a lot of other content creators, you guys, that I like, but I just threw a few out there. It is what it is. And yes, we do all say things that we regret. It's a part of life as an adult. Especially we sweep it under the rug and move on. Yes. And I don't want to drain energy of no one. I don't want to drain you guys' energy. And me coming on here causing confusion. You guys tune in to me for laughter, uplifting, conversation, things like that. So I don't want to cheat you from that. And that's not what I built this platform based off of negative energy. It took me 3 years to get here, self-made. I did this, and I truly care what my subscribers think and how you feel. So when you come on this channel, it's going to be a place of fun, peace, laughter, positive energy. I'm gonna try and continue putting my best foot forward, you guys. That's all I want to do. And yes, as we grow older as adults, we just keep it moving. Why harbor all that energy and that negativity that'll eat at you? I want to come from a place of love and peace. And you may not know it, but if you're holding on to something negative, you can take that out on your children, your husband, your boyfriend, you know, whoever's around you in your circle that you care about. You getting upset and angry in that moment, you best believe you're not just going to get off the computer or the phone and you'll be cool, calm, and collective after that. No, that energy is still in you. And you might put that energy that all around in the room and you may not realize that. So you have to be careful of that energy you take in. And when you're walking away from that situation that you was heated from, leave it there. Leave it where it is and continue to go on with your day. That's the best thing I could tell you to do. And I promise you it works. Oh, I remember those days. How I wish we can get them back. Yes, absolutely. Me too. Right back in my 40s. Dang, you guys. I'm headed that way. Oh, yeah. I'm not excited to be 40. Like I said, I don't know if you guys know, I'll be 37 for 3 more years. So just remember that. Exactly. Actually, Christmas is very hard for me. I know it is. I can only imagine. And I'm sorry about, you said it was your father that was murdered? Or was it? I don't want to say your mom. That is very, very, very sad and tragic. Have you seek therapy from that? Because that's the thing I would suggest as well, you guys, in our community. We don't go to therapy. No one suggests it. It's important that whatever we experience that was so traumatic, full of trauma, that we treat that. If you don't treat something that's an underlying trauma, you carry that on with you. You compartmentalize that inside your head, and you may think that you're okay for that moment, but that's going to be reacted once something hits you, or it could be something similar to that trauma. It can spark that, and immediately you're back to thinking about that thing that traumatized you. That's why it's so important that you go to therapy, you go to counseling, whatever you have to do, but you have to heal in order to get to the next level in life. Right? It's within human nature, absolutely. In situation you are going through, Ashley, don't define you, Ashley. Nope, not at all, baby. That's one thing that I'll never let anything negative do. You know, Ashley B, I want my people to know who I truly am, genuinely. And as long as you guys know, I don't care if it's 5 people, I'm okay with that. I don't care if we building the church, tearing it down, starting all over. That's okay. That's part of God's plan. It's part of the universe. Ashley B gonna roll with it. I have my true, genuine people here. You guys are uplifting and supportive. I have exactly who I need to be here in this moment. And I never encourage anyone to choose a side. I regret bringing you guys in it, allowing you to be part of that. That should have never happened and unfolded. And on my behalf, as Ashley B, content creator, I am sorry. I really am. And I was very embarrassed to say that to you guys. How many times have I made a video and apologized? I could laugh about it now. I done put my best foot forward like 15 times in one week. And you have to be able to laugh at situations that bother you guys, in a funny way. So I was kind of embarrassed to come on here. That's why I said it on my community. After someone apologized to you so many times, even like relationships, something like that, or friendships, someone apologized to you so many times and they've hurt you and they've done the same thing over. It's like watching paint dry. You hear it over and over again and you're like, okay, whatever, same thing, different day. I don't want to be like that. So that's why I'm going to continue to be Ashley B, and you guys know me for me. And I'm going to continue to give you what I know you need and you came here for. We still love you, Ashley B. Aw, I love you too. I truly, genuinely love you all. I really do. You guys have been so supportive. You guys haven't been negative. You guys haven't been messy. You guys have been nice. You've been respectful. You've been classy. You've been decent. And I like it. I got a nice, mature crowd over here. You guys we're on the same kind of energy level. That's what I like. Apology accepted, beautiful. Aw, thank you. You guys are so nice. See, that's why I had to laugh, you guys. Now you can't tell me that's not funny. I said I put my best foot forward 15 times. I at my in my life, and I don't know if you guys are that way. I always put myself in a position to hold myself accountable as a leader. And when you do that, you will be more aware and self conscious of the things you do, what you say, and how you act. And I do that purposely so it's like a self check. You check yourself. You holding yourself at a higher standard. And some things you have to let fly, and some things are beneath you. You have to let it go. You cannot address everything. And I'm just saying this overall with anything in life. You can't just go to this, go to that, go to this. No, some stuff you just gotta let it, whatever. Even if you feel like I was, you feel like that's not you. You're trying to express how you feel, and you feel like your character's just saying, nope, just let it go, just keep going. And I'm going to continue to support you. What's your cash app, Pat? Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you, you guys. And I'm gonna say this. I really appreciate that. You are sweet. And I just want to say, you guys always are saying something nice. And you think that us content creators, we don't pay attention to that. That means a lot to us. That's why I always ask you guys, well, what do you want to talk about? Do you have a topic? I'll make a video on it or I'll go live on it. Whatever you guys would like to do, I'm down for it. I'm one of those content creators that's open to any type of suggestion. Because, like I said, this is our channel, our safe place. Feel free to speak about what you like and just know that it'll stay here. My mother used to always tell us holding grudges isn't good at all. No, it's not. And that's the thing. If you're holding grudges to every situation you come in contact with, that could be confrontational, that can escalate to some type of verbal altercation or even physical. You will be mad at the world. I don't want to be mad at the world. I want to help, encourage, and be a part of healing the world. Even my little 1% self compared to everyone else. That's how I feel, and I want you guys to all feel that way as well. You're part of the journey. Each and every one of you are here for a reason, and you have to figure out what your destiny and purpose is, and you have to get up and keep going. You have a mission to fulfill. You have a contract that you signed to come here, and you have to keep going no matter what. You have to. And that's what you will see Ashley do. Ashley D do. All of you guys are truly amazing. Um, Salad Say 40 Club, you so sweet. It doesn't matter. I just love all your videos. Aw, see, you know what? And Ashley D, I think I got too comfortable with you guys. I don't be editing. I know sometimes I say some crazy words or I don't say it right because when I be in the moment, I just be going. But you guys give me a pass on that, and that'd be so funny. You know, when I watch it back, I'm like, shoot, I gotta edit. But my son normally does that for me, and I'm trying to give him a break from that. So sometimes I'll just put at the bottom the word I was trying to say, and be like, forgive me, this is the word. I know I said it wrong, so it'll always be put in the comment section, you guys. So just know that I know I'm saying it wrong, and I'll share a story with you guys about something. Growing up, I've always pronounced words the way I wanted them to go. And my sister used to get so upset with me. She said, Ashley, that's not how you're supposed to say that. That's not how you're supposed to pronounce that. You saying that, people are going to think you don't know the word or you don't know how to say it. Don't do that. And I say, this is my prerogative. I say it the way I want to say it. I don't care how it's supposed to be said. No, Ashley, you don't supposed to do that. But me being me, I'm thinking I'm taking a leader and I'm standing for something. And here I am just pronouncing all kind of words wrong, and I'm not caring because I feel like I'm taking a stand for my freedom and rights. So sometimes that side of Ashley D may come out, even though I know better, I still do it. I just woke up and going back to sleep. Just wanted to acknowledge you, Ashley D. We love you, baby girl, and I love you back. Aw, wow. Thank you, Cash App. You dope, 40s Club. Thank you, boo. That was a nice one. I appreciate it. That was nice. Do you guys have a funny story you want to share as well? I do the same thing too. See, I'm not alone. You guys, I used to be so goofy. So that's why, you know what I like about my channel? You guys allow me to be silly. I don't like to be serious all the time. I could be in a full blown conversation talking about like, oh yeah. Then I'll bust out talking about some twerking air smelling or Mr. Ed gums or just random stuff. But I want to add some type of sense of humor to it and make us laugh, or I'll visualize that in the moment and I'm thinking like they're gonna visualize this as I'm talking about it. We finna laugh real quick. You have to have those moments in life. You have to laugh at the small things and the big things you can't take for granted. And you have to appreciate and value the things around you that you do have. Because one day those things are not going to be there forever. And I realized that today. I was tired. This was my day off. So my son was getting ready for school. And I saw him go past my room. The little hallway light was on. So I said, okay, it'll take me 15 minutes, drop him off, come back home. You can get back in the bed if you choose to. Now, mind you, I'm a 4 a.m. person. I get up every day religiously at 4. But when Ashley D needs to recharge or if she's up late night, then I might sleep in a little bit, about 8, 8:30, maybe 9. But it was one of those days where I was going to sleep in. But I thought about it and I said, you hear, it'll blow your mind, son, if you drop him off at school. You do something that you don't have to do. He didn't ask you to do, but you're showing him that you still want to do it. sometimes we have to engage in those moments with the people we love because those are the moments and memories that you're creating that you know are not going to be there forever. And you'll be able to look back over that smallest moment and that excitement over your kid's face or someone you love when you decide to do something different or change it up. He's like, "You dropping me off at school, Mom? Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Okay." I even asked him, did he want to get some breakfast on the way to school, or did he want something to drink? He's into the Gatorade, Powerade, some chips, or whatever. He was okay. He just was happy I was dropping him off at school. And I told him I'll see him later, and then I took some pictures of how tall he's grown. He's grown so tall. I can't believe it. Whew, my pleasure, gorgeous. Aw, my people know I have some genuine people. Being serious all the time is boring. Whew, yes, it is. It really is. Laughter is good for the soul, absolutely. And laughter is what keeps us young. It what keeps us happy and vibrant. If you're on the energy level where you're laughing all the time and you're putting that out in the universe, best believe that's the type of energy you will attract. That will be reciprocated right back to you. So it's always important that what you are and who you're becoming, you're trying to attract that kind of energy. So if things are not working out in your favor in relationships, friendships, jobs, whatever it is, that's the universe moving it out the way. It's not meant to be there. So you have to just roll with the universe. Like I said, see what the lesson was about that experience and keep going. My child's father just said he loved your unique voice. Oh, look, my voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was going to say my little voice thing get dragged all week being silly, but I appreciate that. You guys, I can laugh about stuff about myself. I'm not that type of person that takes everything to heart. You have to be confident of who you are no matter what. And I'm just speaking in general. I'm not speaking about anyone or any specific situation right now. But when you are confident who you are, best believe that energy will be around you. People will look at you in that light. I don't care if you think you're not that attractive. Other people will see you as a attractive being because of the light you carry. I don't look at physical attraction. I can read energy. I can see someone and I can say, wow, that person is so beautiful for their soul and the way they carry themselves. That to me is beautiful more than a person on the outside. That beauty within is amazing. And everybody doesn't possess the beauty within. So that's important that you look at yourself in that way. Because a lot of times you may look in the mirror and you may point out five different flaws about yourself. But guess what? The person that's looking at you, the person that admires you, they might not see any of those flaws. It's just all in your head. That's yourself. You'll always be your worst enemy. And tell your baby daddy I said thank you, boo. I'll come back to that. I appreciate it. Aw, my child's father. I shouldn't have said baby daddy. I didn't mean to say that. How old is your child? My mom, rest in peace, said, when you hear a fire truck and they're about 2 years old, I will run to the window and say, Mama, fire fuck, fire fuck. Oh, oh my goodness. That was cute. I'm going to screenshot that girl. Fire fuck, fire fuck. I hope you wasn't around people or you wasn't at the doctor's office. People was turning their head knowing they wanted to laugh. So you make me want to share something now. That's funny. I'm afraid of heights, you guys. I fell off. Well, let me see. I'm gonna read a few more comments. I don't want to get behind, and then I'll share this story with you guys. This is so lame. Tell you about Ashley D. I am not for being a content creator. I got a foul mouth and know how I would react to the negative. That's why I love all of you ladies that do it. Aww. And this is the thing, you guys. Sometimes we, as content creators, will get out of line. We have to show control, and sometimes it's hard to do that. We're human, and a lot of times, us being females, and I'm speaking for all of us now, we get in our emotions, and we're not going to be in our higher selves in that heat of the moment. But once we let off what we do, each and every one of us have to figure out how we're going to go forward. And we're all going to be here. So no one should spend their time and their energy manifesting negativity to them. I know that's not what I want to do. I want to manifest positive people and positive energy. So if my page was purged and a lot of people left, I'm okay with that. They're not here for a reason, but you guys are. And you might like being a content creator. It might give you discipline to the point where you watch your mouth. You'll be aware of the things you say. So you never know. I know it's a lot of you guys out there, and I appreciate you guys being uplifting towards me. But I'm going to pour into you tonight and tell you guys, I guarantee you, it's a couple of you out here that are or that could be possible great content creators. You're just shy to take that first step. And Light of Goddess, shout out to her, and I'm going to keep doing that. And I have a girl named Miranda. She dope too, and she breaks stuff down. She has a silly side, like we all do. She just wanted me to laugh, through this month and not be as serious. So everybody probably looked at it as though she may have came off too funny or sometimes too serious, but that was someone that experienced something with me behind the scenes, and she came off as acting caring and protective, and that's understanding coming from a person that's genuinely caring, you know. So it never was a bad intention. So I respect her for that, and as well as Pretty. I mean, Lighter Goddess, but her nickname is Pretty. She's new, and she always analyzed things from a different, higher perspective. That's why I've had nothing but respect for her. And since she's been starting off being a content creator, you guys, she's been pretty good. I'm like, you're great. Right away, you're just starting off. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are good, and you have the potential to be even greater. And once she gets situated and going, I had an idea with her as well, you guys. I want to help someone build their platform. When I get a little more stable and I have people out here that wants to be content creators, I have my home girl as well. I talked to her about it earlier. I'm trying to encourage her to do it because she knows the breakdown. She speaks, very well. She has a different outlook and opinion on things. And I just think the more of us on here pushing a message, whether it's positive, whether it's worldly things or current events, I feel we all have a job to do. And my job is to motivate and teach and reach and inspire. So when I get my panel where I want it to be, then I'm going to help someone else build their channel. If, my bad, you guys, that was my speaker. If they're interested into being a content creator, I have I'm trying to push her. I hope I have her in a month or two. You know who I'm talking about. Hi, Ashley. I can hear the pain in your voice. Trust me, things will get better. You are a great content creator and keep doing what you are doing. Move past it and keep pushing. God loves you. Oh, thank you, Robin Locke. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I really do. You guys are some funny, amazing. I gotta say funny because you keep me laughing. But you guys have a heart of gold too. And I think that I am blessed to have people like that over here. You guys are not messy. You guys are mature. You guys speak positivity into the person you watch. Speaking things to you, you're speaking those things into me. And that's what I like on my channel. We're pouring into each other's cup. That's what it's about. So I am happy for the people that I have. You guys are greatly appreciated. Me too, man. I missed the conversation. Oh, that one. I love laughing and joking. I will laugh at myself as well, Ashley. Yes, man. Be able to laugh. And I'm going to tell you guys a joke. Everybody be calling me corny. They have their little jokes about me. So I always say, you know what? The people online, my subscribers, they don't think I'm corny. They laugh at my jokes. So I don't care what you guys say. I got a new family. I got a real family. They be laughing. But it gives me a chance more, to be honest. You guys don't see me. You haven't met me yet. So I can laugh with you guys. And then when you do get to meet me, you'll be more comfortable as well. I want everyone to be comfortable on my channel. And I can be goofy with you guys. And you guys don't judge me. You just laugh. Ashley D, she's silly. You know, that's what life is about. Miss 40's Club. I got a gang of violations on Facebook. Can't get paid if I wanted to. Oh my gosh, what was you doing from this year in this story? Oh my gosh. So you on Facebook wilding out. I didn't know Facebook can time you out. People had posted my family, you guys. I was just under there going at it, going in on people. It said your mouth is it might as well say that, you guys. It just said the language, blah blah blah. All I saw in my mind is your mouth is not good today. You is talking too much. Slow down. You getting on timeout. Go sit in the corner somewhere now. That's what it looked like to me when I saw it. I said, when did Facebook have this? I used to write statuses back in the day going off on people. And now I write in the comment section and they telling me, no, you can't do that. But yet I'm requesting something of bullying on there and they not taking it off of there. And that just was something like a while ago that was shared, that collage I had on my community that the other side had posted with my family. But at one point it did bother me. You know, as a content creator, you guys, you have to have tougher skin. But in all honesty, it'll get there. You're not going to have it right away. You might feel like you have to come out swinging to protect yourself. But as time goes on and things progress, things change, and you get more comfortable and familiar with people around you, familiar with your channel, the things you're doing, you know, the direction you're trying to go in, the more that you'll be able to take that criticism, even when it's negative. You won't be so quick to react to it. Like I said, we're humans. I have that human side as well, and I'm working on that. But I'm better than what I used to be like. So that's a plus. And I know I still have room to grow and completely get out of that place of having to feel like I have to defend myself. Just know that God will fight your battles. If you defended yourself enough and you feel like it's not, getting through, then just let go and let God and keep going forward. Don't hold on to things. That's not worth holding on to. No, you're good, love. Nothing is wrong with your voice. I like your voice just fine. Don't worry about the haters. When you have beauty, they just have to find something to say, talk about. Aw, you so sweet. And I second that motion. That's true now. I do agree about that. When
people can't find things, they'll try to find the smallest things and pick that apart and continue to drill on that. But prime example, if you're going into being a content creator or something where you're going to be in the limelight, you have to be able to have that tough skin or allow it to get there. It might not happen in the beginning over time. Like, even prime example, Miranda in Light Goddess TV. She's a new content creator, and Miranda is more like the therapist on there. She has her laid back side, but everybody thought they came out swinging. They were this, they were that, but people don't know behind the scenes they were getting attacked. They kind of was thrown into that, just coming up there being supportive. They wasn't coming up there to engage in any type of bad conversation. One night, it just unfortunately came out and it was triggered from the comment section. Then when they did come up the next day to be a supportive friend, sis, then, you know, people were saying things to them and they just reacted. But like I said, sometimes our human side reacts first before our logical or before that content creator side takes over. Who doesn't want to defend themselves? Who doesn't want to attack back? Who doesn't want to stand up for what they believe in or what they feel like is wrong? But if you do that continuously, it's going to be a never ending draining cycle. And I would tell anyone out there, and I'm not just speaking on my situation, I'm speaking on an overall perspective of life. You have to keep going on. And why get upset over unnecessary emotion? Why put yourself through an unnecessary emotion? Like, prime example, I'm trying to think if it'll be something minor with my son, but he'll be upset about it. And the store is closed tonight. We're going to go tomorrow morning. Why get yourself upset over unnecessary emotion? This is out of your control right now. You can't change the situation, baby. So why allow yourself to get worked up about it? It's no point. So I always explain that to him like that when I feel like he's going to spiral or he's going to allow what he's feeling in that moment to get to him. And then his mom turns around and acts a fool this weekend. I mean, this weekday. But it's important for our kids to see certain things and them to see, most importantly, how we deal with it in the aftermath, how we overcome, a situation, any situation. They have to see that strength in us because how we handle things around them, that's their perspective overall on how they will handle things in life and how they feel like they should address a certain situation, a stressful situation, school, a job, anything. I know that can be hard. I see it lots. Y'all not the first. It won't be the last. Yeah. I just conquered the fear. No. I love her voice. I fall asleep listening to her voice. You guys are so sweet. See, I had this voice since I was little, you guys. I don't know what the people at my job, you guys, best believe they like, Ashley, you get on the intercom. It'll be three managers there at once, the assistant, the team lead, and the store manager. Ashley was the assistant store manager. Ashley, your voice is powerful. You get on the speaker, you make the announcement, and we'll be laughing. And I take things for what they are. I never try to take things in to get upset about it. Certain things will pull those emotions. Certain things will want us to feel like we have to defend our character. But from an overall perspective, when people have their minds made up, when certain things keep reoccurring, sometimes you just have to allow those things to play out. You can't get worked up over things that no longer serves you any purpose. You have to continue to go forward. And I'm happy that everyone's on board here and they understand that. You do this very well and you're very beautiful, smart, and a great mom and a woman of God. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Aw, I appreciate that. And I'm going to tell you guys something was crazy. When everything happened to me, it happened so fast and I couldn't change it. I was so angry and I was so upset with God. I felt like he was punishing me. I felt like he did something wrong to me personally. Like, why did you do this to me? Why me? Why me? Why me? And I'll never forget one day he said, why not you? This wasn't your journey. This was her journey. This was her purpose. This was her contract that was filled. Her contract was done. She fulfilled her purpose. And that came over me. When that came over me, it allowed my logic to kick in. It allowed me to think that I'm being selfish, saying, why are you doing this to me? Why me? Why? What did I do to deserve this? And I had to think about it from an overall perspective. That's my mom's daughter. She had a husband. They didn't have the born kids together, unfortunately. And he was getting ready to present her with the home that he bought. So everybody was thinking, why me? It wasn't a personal thing God did to me. It was something between him and my sister. And no matter how hard it is for me to accept and respect that sometimes, at the end of the day, in my heart, I know that that's what it is. And it wasn't anything personal God had for me. It was something personal between God and my sister. So that's how I look at that situation from that point of view. To always look at things sometimes from an overall perspective. Don't say, God is doing this to me. Why are you hurting me? Me. No, maybe this isn't your journey. This isn't your walk. This isn't about your book. You just was in this person's book. This is this person's chapter. Their chapter is finished. And it's hard to accept things like that. I know it is. I'm saying this to you guys right now, and tomorrow I might not want to accept that. But when I'm having good days and I'm able to talk about it, I'm able to share that and I'm able to accept it, even though I don't want to. You know what I'm saying, right, you guys? That Sierra impression is so darn funny. Oh my goodness. Yes. Sierra said she want to get a job at Checkers, y'all. I wonder if she gets a job. Do you guys think Sierra got the job? Yes or no? Too late for that. I've been comfortable with you. I know. Yeah, that video had me laughing my butt off. Which one, you guys? Sierra trying to get a job? She excited about her TGI Fridays? Which Sierra video was the funniest? I'm trying to think which one was the funniest to me. Um, I think my first one, my first Sierra was the funniest. Because it's like you didn't expect it to come in and it just was going. Sierra was flowing, boy. Like, and then people, I don't want to let that go. It's her personality and it's things she said. I hope it's not hurting her feelings. You know, I know they say sometimes any press is good press. You know, I know that some things I say aren't maybe not the nicest, I guess, when I'm talking about chicken grease on a t-shirt. But I'll be honest. Sometimes with their situation and it being so public and the things that these ladies have said, and a lot of them have been proven to be untrue, or they've shown us their actions showing something different. Now, that's what allows me to be able to do those videos, because sometimes in my mind I'm like, I don't want to hurt this person, or I hope I'm not making them feel some sort of way. Because sometimes people, when they're letting go of things or they're no longer doing that, they want to make you feel guilty about that. And everybody's going to do what they're going to do. You know, this is my channel. I'm going to do what I want to do, and nobody is going to encourage me or try to tell me to do something different. However, I will keep us updated on the truths. That is my job. That's what I promise you guys. That's what I will continue to do. Even though it's not going to be a consistent basis, everyday thing, because nothing's going on now. I don't want to report on like on your farting. So that's why it's important that you guys transition as well to us talking about different things. Like I'm open to you guys telling me a suggestion. Like I said earlier, I'll do a video if you like, or we can do a live about it. But I'm open to suggestions. So please feel free to come up with a topic and we can discuss it. And also, far as the little truth thing, it won't be a everyday thing. This is kind of dying down and it's slowly coming to an end. So I'm glad the people that are here, you guys are open minded and willing to listen to other content. And it won't be just the basic content. It'll be things that's going on, you guys. And in the midst of us doing that and recreating things, we're going to have fun doing it too. I'll do my normal videos and then we'll do our lives. So things will be pretty good and exciting going forward. And I know you guys are going to like them, like it, and the ideas. Yes, it did. I was laughing so hard. Jeannie Robinson, it was hilarious. So you guys like the first one better? I was caught up arguing with that other side. Get put in jail for a few hours to 30 days, then Bree blocked me. Oh, what you say on Bree thing? Oh my goodness. Miss Lynn, yes it was. I had to share that one. Which one you guys, let me see what you guys talking about. I wanted to see Sierra get the job. That's all I want to know. Nuki, no. Gotta be more careful. Hey, Miss Ashley, stopping by to show some love. Hey, Breeze World, how are you, boo? How you doing tonight, sweetheart? We just was over here chopping it up a little bit, talking about our day and going forward and protecting energy. I love your voice. I can listen to your voice all day too. Too many haters out here for me. Yeah, they are. You know what, you guys? Good energy attracts good energy. Negative energy attracts negative energy. And with that, I mean, I have the right people here that see things for what they are. They're not being biased. They're being honest with themselves. And I appreciate that about you guys. And thank you for the compliments about my voice. I know it can be raspy a lot, but I can't help that, you know. But you guys are always so sweet and encouraging, and your voice is fine. I didn't know anything was wrong with my voice till I came to YouTube. Well, allegedly. I don't think anything's wrong with my voice, you guys. I promise it don't hurt my feelings. And sometimes when I be talking a lot, I need some freaking water. Maybe my voice dry and I'm like, excuse me. Like I'm a water drinker. I have stopped with the going off. Mr. 40's Club. I am sharper in that I check myself and stop back. And you have to check yourself. Excuse me. Self-check evaluations, best thing you need to do. If something keeps going on and it's a repeated cycle, you need to look at the man in the mirror and do a self-evaluation. And even with things around you that's going on, sometimes we can't react to those things always so quick, because you never know. You could be reacting to a dangerous situation, especially, just prime example. And this is an example, road rage, okay? You could be upset. Someone could have bumped your car. or got up on your car so close to where it could have scratched it. And now you guys are at a red light. You get out your car and you want to confront them, and that person could have a weapon on them. And they're in a country state where they can protect themselves. So you have to be careful reacting to certain things. You have to have that self control to a certain point, because if you don't, you'll always attract chaos. You'll always be negative. You'll always attract draining energy, and you can't be able to grow. You can't be able to manifest those positive things that are waiting for you. Positivity attracts positivity. Darkness attracts darkness. So that's why it's important that you keep your emotions in check as much as you can. Now, I know we're human, like I said, and we're going to feel things and we're going to react. But if you can, most of the time, try to check yourself. Self evaluation. What am I doing wrong? And that's the thing, too. You have to hold yourself accountable for some things. That's the thing I admire about myself the most, you guys, and I'll be honest. Now, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for this. I can take accountability. I mean, I can hold myself accountable for things. I said I can take accountability. I meant constructive criticism, but I'm not talking about that. I can hold myself accountable. And being a content creator, putting myself out there in the limelight, you have to be able to do that. I'm a mother. I make mistakes. I'm a sister. I'm a fiance. I'm all these things in one. So I'm not going to be perfect. And most importantly, I'm human like you guys are. We're all human. Humans make mistakes. But when I must make mistakes publicly and I do something, I want to hold myself accountable publicly, because I owe that to you guys. I feel like it's necessary. If I was out of line, I was acting inappropriate, then I need to get myself in check, self check evaluation, and then I need to come back to the front and I need to let you guys know that I'm sorry and I'm holding myself accountable for the things that I've done within these past few days. That wasn't my character, but my human side kicked in. So being a part of this world and doing these type of things, you're going to run up, and I mean by, you know, being an influencer or being a content creator, just those type of things where you have to interact with people and you have to be in the limelight. You have to be able to hold yourself accountable and know when to apologize. So that's one thing I'm proud of myself about. I was drinking some water. I'm sorry. You're not alone. I've been had that feeling many times. I'm going through. It's my adult kids. They're driving me and up the roof, but God. And this is the thing with our kids. And I think that we should have something. That's why I tell you guys to come up with a little idea of something, and I'll finish the idea if you like. When you said that about the kids, we need to have a release day where you guys can get it off and we can say how we feel. And that day will be dedicated just to that. And I'm thinking maybe it should be Friday. Shall we call it F the Kids Friday? Do you guys want that? How does that name sound? Ashley D said it first. We'll call it F them Kids Friday. I'm serious. And it don't always have to be about the kids, but that means that's called I don't care about nothing Friday. It's about me Friday. Self-evaluation Friday. I'm not holding myself accountable. I'm being selfish. I had a heck of a week. F them kids Friday. Forget everything. What do you guys think about that? I think we'll have those Fridays. That'd be pretty cool. We had someone can have be done had a rough week. They want to take a load off. We have F them kids Friday. Come over here. Say what you gotta say. You want to call in? I think that'd be dope. So next Friday we'll have a F them kids Friday. I understand that, Ashley, because I've questioned God as well. Last two brothers, my mother and dad and the daughter, can feel your pain, love. Man, you're not alone. I feel it many times I'm going through it. My advice to you with your adult kids and what you're going through, I would just tell you to pray. And sometimes, and I'm just gonna be honest, I'll never forget this. Someone in my family, they took in another kid. They loved this kid as though this kid was their own. However, this kid already was used to doing things that was inappropriate. They were used to carrying themselves as an adult. So they come into this household where there's structure, there's rules, and there's discipline. And my family members, they would whip this person and they would constantly put them on punishment. And the second they get off, and they allow them to walk to the store, they do it again. Or they're back sneaking out of the house. It never stopped, no matter how much they got whipped. So my thing is to you with the children. Sometimes we have to let them fall on their own. And I know it's hard and you want to catch them, or they might even keep falling and you're bailing them out. You have to set those rules and boundaries with them because they will drive you crazy for these clubs. Those kids are grown now. And that's not fair that you have to still carry that cross. And that's one of the things that happened to me today. I'm not going to hold you up. When my son was leaving for the weekend, and I pack his bag, and that's something I normally do, and I don't think twice about it. I don't hesitate. I just pack it. So today I forgot his shirts, and tomorrow is his father's birthday celebration. So they're throwing him a party. So I forgot the freaking shirt, not to mention his basketball tennis shoes. So he has these expensive tennis shoes down there, no shirt to wear for the pants I sent, and the clothes I brought him to sleep in the bag. He played basketball in those. And he wears a size 13 shoes, and he had on his father's size 10 and a half shoes. And immediately have to go out to the store, grab some little regular shoes, and let him play in those. And now I have to have someone bring the shirt because I'm not going to be there on time for that. I'm going to go later on, and I know he's going to want to get dressed. He's not going to want to wait. So my point of this is he forgot those things. I forgot those things. Those are things I'm used to doing for him, and I don't second guess it. It's just a given. Now, when he gets down there and he goes through his bag, he's like, "Ma, you forgot my shirt that I'm supposed to wear tomorrow with my outfit, man." And so at that moment, I realized, I said, my son got this deep voice. My son is 5'9". I'm looking up at him now while he's talking. I said, DJ, baby, it's time for you to start packing your own stuff. Not only I forgot your shirt, yes, because I always pack your stuff, but you as a young teen becoming an adult, you have to make sure you're packing your bag, baby. You know what you need. Not only your shirt was left, but basketball shoes. You play actively basketball, football. Whenever you're down there, you do those activities. That's a given. So why not leave a pair of shoes down there so you just have an extra playful pair you don't care about, or B, check your bag. You knew you weren't gonna play in the expensive shoes. Grab a pair of regular shoes. Those are the things that we have to condition our kids to hold themselves accountable to do things on their own. Because if we don't, we're enabling them. So with that being said, I want you to try to let go and allow them to fall a little bit. And sometimes people have to fall from grace in order to humble themselves and be able to get back up and appreciate the things that they took for granted. If I'm hitting something on the nose with that 40, I hope so. But I'm trying to say you can only love them so much, baby. You've done everything you could to them. You nurtured them. You protected them. You've guided them. There's no more for you to do besides support them. And sometimes supporting our grown kids means we have to sit on the bench or the sideline because you've done everything. And it's not fair for you to continue to mother them the way you did when they were in your home, or even if they're still in your home. That's not fair. At one point or another, you have to live your life. And that's making me realize as well the situation that happened earlier. That wasn't even really my son's fault. That was my fault. I forgot these things and I conditioned him to think that mom's going to take care of it all the time. You don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is take your shower and get dressed and be ready to go. That's my fault. I enabled that situation. And then once it happened, I'm upset. That's not his fault. That's something I routinely did. And now it's time for me to slowly break out of that and explain to him that it's time for you to be responsible for yourself when it comes to certain things, because I'm always not going to be there. And I hate it when my grandmother or my mother says that to me sometimes, but I get it. I understand that, Ashley, because I've questioned God as well. Absolutely. You guys, sorry if I missed some comments. Right, it's hard, but you're absolutely right. I decided to finally care about self for a change because it's messing with me mentally. Yes, and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to spend your 40s living for you. You don't want to wait till you're in your late 50s, early 60s. And I'm not saying anything wrong with those ages. I'm saying don't allow it to get to that point where you have to wait down the line to where you can have a peace of mind. No, your peace starts now when your kids are grown. You've done your part. And even if you have to tell them this and you have to continue to tough love them, diamonds makes pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. When people are pressured and put in uncomfortable situations or situations they don't have a choice but to get it together, but to lean on themselves for support, then that's when they become more independent, self-sufficient. So it's important that you let them know mom will always support you. I'll always be your number one cheerleader. But it's time that I step aside and you be responsible for your own self. And you can put it in your own words, or you can say it's time for you to step up and show some improvement. And it might take baby steps if you've always nurtured and cared for them, or you've always taken care of things. Then that's going to take some time for them to get used to or adjusting to. But the time starts now. Don't wait. Don't push it off. Please don't push it off. Because not only you're hurting and enabling them, the older they get, the more it's going to be over to, I don't even want to say train, but to transition them into being independent. You don't want to wait that long. I hope that answered your question. Don't tell back, make what? Oh, don't yell back and make sure your door is locked and keep looking straight ahead. Or even wave and keep going. Yes, you're funny. Anyone else going through this? So, is there anyone else out here that's going through a similar situation that's heard that you have advice and you want to give her? Or you know someone that's experienced this and maybe you can help her? Because everyone needs someone. And if there's someone in here that can relate and you would like to say something, or you want me to read your comment, I would gladly do so, because this mother right here right now, she needs to be uplifted in our prayers. She really does. When you're going through something and you're able to get it out and say how you feel without holding that in and harvesting that pain, that is a step of process and progress. That is the first step in healing. So you took the first step, you acknowledged. When you can't acknowledge, you're in denial. And when you're in denial, the longer this cycle will continue to be. Since you acknowledge the problem, now we have to figure out the steps to help the problem, to resolve the problem. It's going to be a slow progress, but it'll get there. We just have to figure out small solutions. But you have to do it no matter what, and you have to stick to it. You have to set some boundaries with them. Let me see, I don't want to pass up stuff for you. My mom used to always say that. Also, she's not always going to be here. I hated that. Yes. Yes. That hurts me like a sword knife in my heart when she says that. Nuke, yes, and that's something I tell you. I tell them to live life as if I'm no longer here. And it's sad, but unfortunately, we have to tell them things like that so their mindset can shift to be more independent. Because I tell my son sometimes when I worry about how much I like to just get things done fast and or he takes too long, he walks like a spider, you know, no, a snail or something. A spider walk a little faster. But the point is, they might move at their own speed, but if they're taking the initiative or that step to do it, allow them to do it. Don't disable them. Sometimes by us always taking care of things because we feel like it's less of a headache if we just do it and get it out the way, we're actually making the situation worse. Or we're disabling them in the process of them growing and becoming the better them. Every time we continue to do things for them, just so it's easier for us to do it, we don't have to deal with them trying to figure out doing it, then them coming back to us about it. So now we're stuck doing it and we don't want to. We just want to get it out the way first. No, we can't do that. To the mothers out there that continue to do the things like that and it's a continued cycle, we have to stop doing that. Actually, D, I think this will be a really good topic one day. I think so too. I really do. I think that Tuesday we should come back and discuss that. What do you guys think about Friday? F them kids day. And it's just in general, but hey, if you got some kids that day and they gave you a hard time that week, F them kids. But that's gonna be cool. What do you guys think about that name or that slogan? And I think that Tuesday will bring that topic back up. That's a great idea because a lot of people out here, they don't know how to go forward or they're feeling tied down to their kids more than their job, their relationship, their religion, everything. The kids come first, the kids come first. And at one point or another, we have to say, I come first because I'm not even no good for them if I'm not any good for myself, first of all. Second of all, they're going to one day be in a long, fulfilling relationship. And they're not going to look back over me, what I feel, and what I got to say, and that affect them for falling in love or affects them for being with who they want to be with when they have their mind made up. Now, don't get me wrong. We hope our kids will always take our advice when it comes to their love life or what we see that they might not see. But in reality, when they hit that love for the first time and they feel like it's the true love, nobody's going to be able to tell them anything any different. Even if they dated several other women in the past, if this is that one they feel like, or this is that one she feels like, You're not going to be able to tell her how to feel. She's going to have to learn from that lesson if that's what it comes down to. But my point is, if we can't stop them from loving who they want to love and being them, then why should we stop and put our life on hold as adults? The age you are now, the age we're coming into when we've already done what we could for them. They've already gotten the best of us. What more do they need? That's not fair. And you need some time for you. So we're going to work on that, sis. We really are. Believe it or not, I've been fully open about this. This has banged my car up, banged my car up and called me out of my name, pushed me, etc. after I purchased him a car and allowed him to stay here at 23. Yeah, we gotta have them kids Friday. Wow. And you know what? This is a very good prime example of being grateful or privileged when we give our kids so much and they expect those things. And we do it because it makes us feel happy because we're able to provide them those things. Some people come from backgrounds where they didn't have a humble, they didn't have a happy upbringing. They came from humble beginnings or humble bringings, or however you want to call it. But it wasn't the best. And they had to manage what they had. And when they get a good job and they're able to provide and spend money on their kids and shower them with gifts, their logic is not there. They're thinking that all these things I'm doing for them, not only I wasn't able to get for myself, but I'm able to show you that I love you. Sometimes that itself can be dangerous when we're doing that to our kids, because sometimes they can't decipher between the two, that my mom or my dad's just loving me and doing these great things for me out of care and love. Some of them feel like we're doing these things out of obligation, like we're obligated to buy you a new car, we're obligated to buy you a new pair of expensive shoes every month, and so on. So we have to let them know the difference between the two. Obligated is, I'm obligated to put a roof over your house. I'm obligated to make sure you eat. I'm obligated to make sure you go to school when you're supposed to, when you go to bed on time, and etc. Now, the things I'm doing for you, that's coming from love. I love you enough that I bought you this car. You could have had a winter beater. I love you enough that you're still staying here and you're 23 years old. When you turn 18, I no longer was obligated to you. And he has to have that mindset, and it's going to be hard for you. You even need to give him a chore list around your house. He wants to act like he's a teenager again and come back home to mommy. Then he needs to have a chore list wrote out. You need to have your rules set in order so he can feel like he's young. If he wants to act young and he wants to come back home, then he needs to be treated like that young man. And maybe that might make him feel uncomfortable enough to where he feels like he's not a man in your house. He's not comfortable. He's still treated like a boy. So that might force him to find himself, find his own place, prove to you as well as himself that he is a man and he can do it on his own. I am sorry that he did that to your car. And that's the part of us loving and showering them with gifts because we care, and them taking it as though we're obligated. That's the messed up side of being a parent, and a loving parent. That's the downside of it. But we're going to definitely figure out how to get through your situation and be there for you and supportive as well. Because trouble don't last always, sister. This is your time here to relax, and we all brainstorm and come up with ideas. And prime example, someone in here may not be going through that similar situation with you right now as we speak, But who knows, Tuesday, when we speak on this same situation, it might be someone else new in here that has a different idea or a different perspective because they might have been through it, or they might just have a good answer. So we can all brainstorm together off of different ideas to be helpful, because we got to figure stuff out for you and help you figure out and come up with a solution that works best for you. But on top of that, we got you, sis, and you're going to be in our prayers. Most importantly, this all happened just days ago. Enough about me. I'm sorry. Y'all, I had to let it off my chest. Sis, we understand. Nobody wants to deal with car situations and starting over and insurance and figuring out transportation while that gets fixed and figure out if it's too totaled out, and it's a headache. It's hard and it's stressful. You bought him his own car for him to turn around and use yours. And when he's using yours, he's supposed to handle it with care, handled it like it was a delicate package. But instead, he drove it as though he's driving his own car, not a care in the world. And that's the issue. And that is something, sis, we're all going to help you go forward with putting that law down so that doesn't happen again. That wasn't cool. And I am sorry about that. Good night, Ashley D in chat. I'm at work. I have to check on my patients. God bless you all. God bless you too, beautiful. Good night, sister. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you can get a little rest here and there if you can. And it was great of you to join the chat. We really enjoyed your time with us. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful time at your sister's anniversary. And tell her Ashley in the chat said hello. Nuke the book. I'm thankful to have had my father and grandfather, 7 uncles, who taught me knowledge, wisdom, and to use logical think. Absolutely. Absolutely. And everyone is not blessed with that, but what you said is correct. They taught you those skills. And those are the basic coping skills of life that we think everyone should know, but they don't. People don't have the way of thinking logic. People sometimes can't see things from an overall view. They only see things from their view because maybe they have that one mom that fussed all the time and felt as though she was always right. Even when she knew she was wrong, she couldn't admit that. She would prove that she's right no matter what, or she would twist it to make it sound like she was right. So people have came from mothers in situations like that, and it's hard for them to become a better adult or become the best them and thrive when it came from a situation, not only maybe from a broken household, but from a parent that didn't teach them common knowledge, didn't teach them self-love, didn't teach them you're going to be wrong sometime, you're not always right. So those things are definitely important. And everybody does not have those, nor are they teaching those to their kids. And this generation that's coming up, it seems like it's getting worse and worse with anyone honoring or valuing the old school rules, the old school skills that we learned that were instilled in us from our grandparents. Certain things you just don't do, you just don't say, you just don't show. And this generation, there's nothing off limits because they do not care, no matter what. I am so sorry you have to go through this with your child. You really lifted my spirit. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. That's what Ashley D is here for. And you guys always uplift my spirits. You really do. Thank you, 40s Club. You are definitely so supportive and genuinely sincere, and that means a lot to me. And I'm glad you shared with us and you gave us your time tonight, too. We're going to figure it out, sis. I promise you. We're all going to brainstorm together. I am sorry you have to go through that with your child. Believe me. I understand, and I have a daughter who has a mental health issue. And from time to time, it hurts me when she's going through it. Really, it really does. And that's why, you guys, and my heart goes out to you as well. Dealing with a child that has mental health issues, it can't always be easy. You watch them go through it and you want to help them. And that's one of the things that you can't fix or you can't protect them from. They just have to go through it, and it hurts you as a parent to watch that, to watch them suffer. And especially if you're a loving, caring parent. Nobody wants to watch their child suffer and they can't fix it. So I understand how you feel, and I understand how draining on your part as a parent it must feel for you. I know you feel for her, but in reality, it messes with your mental health and it pulls at your heartstrings because you can't fix it. And I'm so sorry about that. That's why it's important. And I spoke a little bit, you guys, about that in the Jaguar Wright video. I feel like I need a breakdown a little bit more for everyone on the different issues with mental health situations and how important it is for us to get our mental health checked. It's so important. Even if it's something like that that runs in the family that could be hereditary, and you may feel like it hasn't hit you, or you might slightly have a mild case of it, you still should get those tests ran and get it checked so you could be ahead of the game before it gets worse. Now, ask anybody that's in a similar situation of that. It never hurts to get evaluated. Never. Good night, this lady. Sorry, you guys. If some went past. My heart goes out to you. Sure don't. It's unbelievable. I have to cut a little early morning appointments. I really enjoyed this live. Good night, everyone. Good night, sweetheart. We enjoyed you being here. Thank you for always coming in the chats. And you put me in check, believe it or not. Ashley D, the YouTuber, be somewhere far away in Never Land. And then when I see your comment, it brings me back to earth and it brings me back to reality and allows me to allow my logic to kick in. So once that kick in, I'm cool and I'm processing what you're saying. And I'm like, okay, I know what time it is. It's not worth it. Thank you, sis, for motivating me to continue to go forward and to do what I truly love to do. And don't let anything deter me away from that. So thank you. And I hope you have a good night. And thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. Good night, Miss Lady Nuke. And Nuke, I want you to hold on and continue to encourage your daughter. I don't know if she has a mild case of a mental health situation or a strong case, because even with depression, they have high functioning depression. And those people tend to go off in the world. They look very normal. They take well care of themselves most of the time. And they do their job well. They're happy. They're smiling. They're uplifting. They're encouraging. But as soon as they get home, in their mind, it's World War III. They're going crazy. They're hard on themselves. They're going to a sunken place. They're sitting on the sofa. They could possibly be sitting there for hours. They're breaking down, and nobody knows behind those walls they are going through it, because in public, in front of everyone, they're just as happy as they can be. They're laughing. And those are called high functioning depressions. And you have to be careful with those. Believe it or not, those are stronger than someone that's says I'm depressed in their regular depression, because high functioning, that makes you go to an even lower place because you're wearing a mask. Half of the day you're wearing a mask to the world, to your boss, probably to your partner, to your friends. So imagine if something's bothering you and you're really depressed, and it's a high functioning depression, and you have to put on this persona and you have to carry it that way half of your day every day. And then when you finally alone and you release it, it's heavy. It's heavy because you can't tell anyone, you don't want to. So you have to be aware of people that are high functioning, or even saying they're depressed. Pull them aside and have a conversation with them, and just stay encouraging with your daughter and uplifting. And we are here for you, and we will together get through it. I understand how you can feel. I have a friend that's going through something similar with their teenage daughter as well. And I pray for them and I encourage them. And it's a scary situation when you have a teenager dealing with the mental health versus an adult. Because being a teenager, think about how we felt. We were so in our emotions in that moment. Whatever was going on and it hurt us, we felt like it was the end of the world. We could just die. That's what we felt like. And I hate saying that word, but being a teenager, I could think back over so many times in that moment when something hurt me or I was triggered. I felt awful, like I was just about to die. And then I gotten past it. And then I've gotten over it. And then something else new came up. So when a teenager is depressed, it's harder for them to think, excuse me, for them to think logically, because they're already thinking of how serious this is, how much it hurts them, how much it bothers them. So versus an adult who speaks on depression, they might take medicine for it, they might take the steps to get better, they speak to people around them possibly that encourages them, their partner might know about it. So they're able to have that release. And a teenager feels like everyone hates them and they're battling with the world. So it's not as easy for them to be open about what they're feeling. Or when they do, it's way, way, way over the top because they're a little more sensitive because they're trying to figure out who they are at that very young age. So, my pleasure, Nook. Good night, Miss 40s Club and chat. Thank you all for your kind words. Good night, Nook. Thank you for the kind words, Ashley. I appreciate it. Good night to you as well. And to be honest, everyone, I'm glad that we came on here and we were able to talk about a few things. Oh, sis, thank you. Soletta Johnson, thank you, sweetheart, for the cash app. I appreciate it, boo. You blessed me twice tonight, sis. Thank you. I'm going to say goodnight too. I really enjoyed your live. Looking forward to many more. Me too. Keep your beautiful head up, doll. Ah, thank you, sis. You too. Definitely. And I was going to say, I really enjoyed speaking with each and every one of you. Soletta, thank you, sis, for blessing me twice. Thank you for opening up to us and allowing us to be a part of your healing process, because this is the start. Thank you guys for coming here tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating and being open to where we're getting ready to go and the new changes. I only planned on coming on here for 30 minutes, just saying hi and touching bases. And I wind up on here, I think, for almost 2 hours. But it was worth it. It really was. So I just want to wish each and every one of you a great weekend. And thanks for your positive and encouraging words. It means a lot to Ashley D. It means a lot to see the comments that are so uplifting. And I just want everyone to succeed, to be happy. We all grow together and we all learn together. Remember, the message of the night was some things could be a lesson or a blessing. Some things can be a lesson or a blessing. You have to decipher between the two. What is this? A lesson in life that I was supposed to learn in that moment? Or was this a blessing? Something that possibly could have been bad, but I dodged a bullet, or it wind up allowing me to meet some amazing, dope people in this situation, some truly genuine subscribers that allowed me to be vulnerable. And when they saw that human side of me, it allowed them to put their guard down and be open and honest with me as well. So that's a great start to a relationship. And I appreciate that. And with that being said, I wish each and every one of you a wonderful weekend. And I wish you all a good night. Continue to be uplifting, encouraging, and protect your energy most importantly. Always. I will be speaking with you guys soon. I'll try to get a video out tomorrow. Take care, you all, and have a good night. Bye for now.